Alright, finally got CSGO tips number 7 because PUBG has been my game to play lately. Oops. I'm going to talk about drop zone on Cobble, both sides because I haven't done a Cobble video yet. ST, there's really one game plan that you have when you want to use drop zone in general, and that's to smoke one side and then split the other side with your team. So for example, you could smoke that side and then come down and start hitting B while you clear these angles out. And you have your teammates coming out plat over there. The other the other idea is to smoke that side and then come down here and try splitting A or try flanking them or lurking. Basically, that's your goal when you're trying to exploit drop. Or you're just trying to get a pick and make noise while you're like up here. But usually that doesn't result in anything. So more popularly, B is the bottom side to hit. So we're gonna talk about smoking the right side here, drop window. So to do that, what I do is get into this wall or this corner, and if you look at the wall here, you can see 1 gray dot, 2 gray dots, 3 gray dots, right? 1, 2, 3, like this little triangle. You want to look between these two dots. So if you were to draw a line, you'd see a line like that. Aim on the line below this upper dot right here. So right about there, give or take. And you just left click throw and it'll bounce a few times, go there. And this is your right side drop smoke. If you want to smoke the left side, what you could do, get into this corner. Same idea. Three gray dots, 1, 2, 3. Aim on the line between the bottom 2 dots under this upper dot here. And throw. This smoke is a good enough smoke. It is exploitable because, you know, there's like a gap. Well, not a gap, but there's some space behind here that you can kind of creep behind. And you can get counter flashed. But I'll explain that in a bit. So regardless of what you want to do, however you want to smoke it and take it, something you should definitely do first is Molotov and Flash. So when you're coming out of drop, the main problem that you'll encounter are people like literally right below you. So what you want to do is throw a Molotov off of the wood right in front of you. Just however you want to throw it, just throw it. And you'll Molotov basically everything below you. And if you combine that with the flash, it's going to be very effective in clearing out anyone close drop, i.e. this area here. Because you can also peek with your flash. So for example, I can do this. Since this flash is coming out, people that are holding you from, let's say, down here, they will have to either hide or they'll turn around, but they're not going to turn around if they can just hide. So they'll hide. So they'll hide. That gives you the opportunity to hold the angle here, like so. And from there, you can kind of do your thing. You can also clear the right side. Same idea. Just know that the flash does bounce outwards a little bit, so if you peek too far out, you will get kind of blind, if not completely blind. From there, that's basically it, really. One other small thing I guess you could do, if you're trying to come out on the right side, trying to come out window, and you have that smoke down, I recommend smoking this door off. I know there is a smoke from here. If you sit in this corner behind the box, aim between the top corner of this box and this little circly doodad and throw. It's gonna bounce off here, land behind the door. And that's a decent connector smoke. So you just come out here, that's smoked off. And then this is smoked off, so you can kind of come around. But again, drop is fairly simple and linear in how it plays, but it's very useful and effective in getting a split or a lurk. Another thing I should mention really quick is that you can fake a jump, especially in low number situations. So you could do something like this, and then start walking back. You can also fake drop, fake going down drop by jumping here, and then walking out this way. And additionally, I think it was Cbble that did this. You can kind of just like spray into this corner here. And while the spray is coming out, you just pile out, and maybe they get distracted or won't hear it. There is a flash that you kind of have to like get a feel for, depending on where you're standing. It bounces off the side of this wooden panel and goes, okay, well, there we go. It goes over to like rockish or so. Not a bad flash, you just have to really know how to eyeball it. Oops. I, for one, I'm not great on Cbble, so I don't really have this flash super down, but I don't know. The last small thing, I guess, is when you're coming out of drop as T, you have to remember that this is an angle here. Now, if you're splitting, you should have someone coming out of plat to clear that, and they will clear that just by nature of coming out like this, and they're like, oh shit, one's right there. So you do want to be careful of that if you're the only one alive, for example. And just remember that tree is a spot that people can play. It's not very common in matchmaking for some reason, but it's very good. Just make sure you're aware of that. You can also molly it if someone knows how to molly it, but if you molly it, you know, and you have a smoke here, they might cancel each other out, which is weird, but that's a whole other story. Alright, thanks for watching. Peace. Now, earlier I mentioned that this smoke here has counterplay, so I'm going to talk about the CT side of this particular smoke. Personally, what I like doing is jiggling the top of drop, right? Top drop, drop top, rain drop, drop top. So I'm gonna wait for the smoke to fade, but what I'll do is I'll generally sit here like this, pre-aiming some corner, either like here or up there. So like I'll be like this, waiting. And then every so often I'll just be whoop, check real quick, wait, check real quick, wait, check, wait, check, wait, and so on until, you know, I spot someone. Or what I'll do is, if I know they like abusing drop and having people come down, what I'll do is wait for the drop Q sound, you know, this sound right here. And I'll be sitting in this corner waiting to pop flash. So what the flash is in E-box, this is E-box by the way. Just aim at the right corner, top right corner of this little square-ish thing. You're sitting here, and you just throw. That's it. Really nice pop flash. It's avoidable if you hear it, but you know, it's still good. And they don't even have to be coming out of a drop. You don't have to hear the footstep first. You can literally just do it if you want to peek. And you peek here. Now the thing is that I mentioned before is that in the smoke, it's all really exploitable, that smoke. Because if you do the flash, you only have audio cues for the flash coming out. So you could like kind of push it, or what you could do is throw the flash, shoot a little bit to try to like scare them and get them to hold the angle as if they're getting shot at. And then because they hold the angle, they'll get flashed. You can't see the flash physically because of the smoke. And then you can kind of jump out from behind and try to get something going on. So again, that's the smoke. You hear the smoke coming out, or you see it. Pop flash. Come out of the smoke. Look here, look there. Clear your stuff. As a CT, do not play this angle. I would highly suggest avoiding this angle as well, because the T's have a lot easier of a time spotting you um, at these angles than you can spot them.